here on the Louisiana Hayride. His name is Hank Williams, the drifting cowboy.
On the Grand Ole Opry, Bill Monroe and his Bluegrass Boys.
Hi, this is Emmylou Harris.
Hi, folks. This is Sam Bush.
Hello, this is Odetta.
This is Joan Baez, and you're listening to the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
And now, gather the family around and sit back in your easy chair. It's time again for the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour, our worldwide celebration of grassroots music. Let's welcome folk singer Michael Jonathan.
Dancing in the rain, well, I'm holding you again, feeling like forever is far away. The distance in your eyes, like thunder in the night, hiding all your anger and your pain. I believe you might stay with me, but only if we're dancing in the rain. When the raindrops fall, I'm capturing them all, and the pain that takes you far away. I believe you might stay with me, but only if we're dancing in the rain. And when the morning comes, let your river run, full of music, like we're dancing in the rain.
WoodSongs is presented in part by our family of WoodSongs partners, by the Kentucky Department of Tourism and VisitLex.com, inviting people from all over the world to visit our lakes, mountains, parks, sports, music and art festivals, and more. You can explore everything Kentucky has to offer your family vacation online at KentuckyTourism.com, and by the Martin Guitar Charitable Foundation, supporting professionals and front porch pickers since 1833. Online at martinguitars.com.
And welcome everybody to the beautiful Scottish Rite Concert Hall here in our hometown of Lexington, Kentucky. We're broadcasting all over the world, from Australia to Ireland, New Zealand to New York, Yuma, Arizona to the Yukon, and across Canada, all over the world. Hundreds of radio stations. Artists come from everywhere to be on our show, and we say it every week. You don't have to be famous to be on WoodSongs. You just have to be very, very good. Tonight we are saturated with the good, and everything is going to be wrapped around one single artist, but he brought with him just legendary musicians, and you're in for a roller coaster ride. So put on your seat belts. Let's get going. He sits at the King's Table of Nashville and country music. He's a member of the Country Music Hall of Fame. He's got 7 Grammy Awards, 20 #1 singles. He's produced Elvis Presley's last #1 single. He's worked with Sammy Davis Jr., Duke Ellington, Glenn Campbell, Tanya Tucker, Dream Lover, like Proud Mary, Fifth Dimension's Age of Aquarius, Olivia Newton-John, Diana Ross, The Supremes, Ray Charles, Willie Nelson, Merle Haggard, Melanie, so many. He's just got a resume that's just unbelievable. And what's really interesting to me is that he discovered a mother-daughter duo in the Appalachian Mountains, and he produced all 10 of their records, and he co-wrote this amazing first song. Everybody knows it. It's the Judds.
Why not me on a rainy day? Why not me to love your cares away?
Absolutely wonderful. All 10 of those platinum-selling albums. And so let's say hello to Brent Maher. Thank you so much for being on our show, Brent.
I'm absolutely honored to be here, and I'm very happy.
What a resume. I mean, that's an amazing career. And you started out as an engineer.
Yeah.
And you moved over to producing and songwriting, right? Like Why Not Me, you co-wrote that one?
Yeah, with Harlan Howard, Sonny Throckmorton.
So, to be able to do this, you have to be pretty busy all the time.
I just finished a record with Trey here that it was all done live on the floor, all live vocals. It's amazing guitar work he does. And when I have the opportunity to do that, I jump all over it.
Well, we're going to introduce Trey Hensley, IBMA Guitar Player of the Year here in the second half hour of it. When you're producing these records like the Judds, I mean, you discovered the Judds. What was it about them that you thought was, I need to lock on to this, I need to help them, I need to mentor them?
Well, we spent about 9 months together before we actually wound up in the studio. And during that time, we talked about different genres of music and how to make this thing work. And we wound up basing it around Winona's guitar and a great player in town called Don Potter. And we based everything starting with that. And then all the players that we had on the record, they all knew what the deal was. And it was why Naomi and Don, and we just built it from that. And we stuck with it for 10 years.
Well, we're going to dip into your music again here. You're going to do one of the songs that became very popular with the Judds. This is another one that you co-wrote with Don Schlitz. It's called Rockin' in the Rhythm of the Rain. It's this week's guest, Brent Maher, on the WoodSongs Old-Time Radio Hour.
All right, here we go. Okay, now. You guys can chime on with them finger snaps. Sitting on the porch swing, listening to the light rain beating on the tin roof. Baby, just me and you, rocking with the rhythm of the rain. Slide on over, baby, hold me closer, move to and fro, swing like a slow freight train, rocking with the rhythm of the rain. Swing a listener to the light rain beating on the tin roof. Baby, just me and you, rocking with the rhythm of the rain. So me and my baby, rocking with the rhythm of the rain. Me and my baby, rocking with the rhythm of the rain.
Legacy producer, 7-time Grammy winner Brent Maher, singing with a wonderful singer, 17-year-old Brooke Spencer. It's nice to have her here. Adding her voice to things. Now, the reason you're here is because you and your wonderful wife, whose father was road manager for the Everlys, by the way. So you're driving through Kansas and you see a sign on the road.
Yeah.
And what was the sign?
we saw this road sign on I-70, middle of Kansas. It said, "Stop here, exit Concordia, Kansas, visit the Orphan Train Museum," with this wafy little child on it, looked like he was freezing to death, and went right by it. And I said to Janelle, "Look at our computer, check out the Orphan Train Museum."
Had you ever heard of the Orphan Train before?
No, I've never heard anything about
Now,
it.
I think I want the audience to lock in on this. The Orphan Train, this is a real thing.
Correct.
That happened at turn of the century. A Methodist minister saw the situation for children, and I want to say that in this day and age, there's a lot of news noise about mistreatment of children.
Right.
But this is not what was going on. This was someone who wanted to help hundreds of thousands of kids.
Correct. And that was brought on by the Spanish flu back in those days, and some variations of that, to where, you know, if a mother and father would die, the kids were just left unless they had somebody with them.
And this is in major cities like New York City.
New York City, a little bit in Boston, but mostly New York. And at any time, there could be as many as 10,000 kids homeless.
Well, what was happening around this is around World War I,
Yeah.
and we thought COVID was bad, but the Spanish influenza flu ravaged millions of people worldwide.
Absolutely.
Especially across the Appalachia and other, but in these cities, it left a lot of children without parents.
Yeah, correct.
And so what did this minister see? What did he want to do?
Yeah, he prayed for a long time, waiting for an answer, and I guess finally he got one. He was reading a newspaper, and the headlines were these immigrants that were coming into the country were moving west. They weren't just content settling down there in the city, and it was that whole movement. And so his idea was, well, jeeps, I wonder if some of these folks could use an extra kid. Maybe they lost one along the way, or they've got a little boy and one little girl. And he said, what if we could round up these kids, put them on a train, give them a destination, let's say Topeka, Kansas. I'll contact the church there in Topeka and say, we've got 50 kids coming in a boxcar, show up at the platform at a certain time, get yourself vetted first, which is really hit and miss, as you can imagine. But people showed up
to help.
And they would look at these kids and sometimes kind of inspect them, kind of like cattle, you know, look at their hair, look at their teeth.
But the purpose was to get them homes.
The idea was to get them adopted.
Right. So he would load them in a cargo train, in a train.
Yeah.
That was
and
the mode of
regular,
operation.
regular train cars too, of course.
And head them west and hope that people would find them to it.
That's right.
Now that inspired you to come up with a story and a series of songs that you composited together into an audio book.
Correct.
And it's called Night of the Orphan Train. We're going to dip into one of the songs.
Right.
But Night of the Orphan Train, you compressed this whole story in the actions of 3 kids that experienced the orphan train around World War I, and you follow them through time towards the end. So we're gonna know more about this. But here's one of the songs. It's an amazing audio book. It's available on Amazon.com. This is a tune that Megan Taylor and her kids are gonna perform with him. This is called Have and Have Nots. It's part of Night of the Orphan Train. Brent Maher on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
Some days it seems like nobody cares.
Have and the Have-Nots, one of the songs from a spectacular audiobook project called Night of the Orphan Train. And that was led by Whitney, Ben, and Natalie, the three children of Megan Taylor. Megan Taylor is the great niece of Chet Atkins, and so we're honored to have her here. Guest of Brent Maher, and playing fiddle is an amazing fiddle player. He's a magician, a master chess player, a former crap stealer in Las Vegas, but he's best known playing the violin. It's Fats Kaplan, a legend of his own. And just to brag on him a little bit, he's performed with Jack White, Trisha Yearwood, The Tractors, Nancy Griffith, Manhattan Transfer, Pure Prairie League, John Prine, Roy Bookbinder, Beck, and so many others. So Fats Kaplan, it's nice having you here. Brent, I guess the key to any producer, and you're legendary in that world, I mean, is to surround yourself with great musicians. And that's certainly what you've done on Night of the Orphan Train, to get musicians that would help interpret the story of these three kids, Billy, Caroline, and Jacob, right, that start with the orphan train around World War I. They get in the car and they headed out. And the song that we just heard is how lamenting and sad they felt, looking for a family and going through time until they finally find one. Right. But you need musicians to help interpret that emotion. Absolutely. And really, there's 20 songs in this play, the soundtrack. And before each tune, I would explain to the players of where the story was going. And the guys just absolutely just fell into it. And then they would want to say, but what comes next? And I said, well, let's just get this finished first. And but everybody was so attentive. And of course, I wrote 4 of the songs with Trey beside me here. And had so much fun working with Trey on it. Fats played on it. Kevin played on it. You know, and of course, this is the lead singer for one of the stars, Caroline, who was basically the star. Yeah. So it was wonderful to translate some of the story and watch them gravitate to it. Well, your bass player, Kevin Daly, that you mentioned, he won a Grammy Award for working with Bela Fleck and the Flecktones. Right. So, I mean, again, you're surrounding yourself. So now you wrote the story after you heard the story of the orphan train. You wrote this really expansive account of these 3 kids and what they went through looking for their family, going through the war. One of them lost their life in the war. I mean, it's a very dramatic story, but interspersed through this whole audio book are these 20 songs. Right. What came first? It's the chicken and the egg thing. What came first, the story, or did you write the songs first? The whole thing came from being so taken with the story itself, the orphan train thing. What was it about it that took you? Because, I mean, you and your wife, Janelle did a lot of your research. It's nice having a good wife that is going to dig in. What was it about it that just captured you so much? You know what? I just imagined I was an orphan myself. And so I could feel a lot of what these kids felt like, you know. And so I actually started a song right around St. Louis. And by the time we got on I-24, I had the first verse and the first chorus finished to just a song called Orphan Train. As an orphan, did you find your parent people? Well, I lived with 3 different families as a child. So you kind of felt the loss of these kids getting loaded in a train, going to a destination halfway across America, hoping that there's someone who would love them. Yeah, yeah. And so I started this song, and Trey and I were working the day after we were to get home from vacation. And we were going to write some music for Trey's record and for Rob Ike's record that we were doing together. And I sat down and I played him a verse in the chorus, and Trey says, oh, why aren't we finishing this thing if you want to sing? I'd love to work on it. And so we finished that song, and then in that song, Caroline was giving birth, Billy was giving birth, Jacob was giving birth. When you say giving birth, you're talking about the character. They came to life. Yeah. Those little characters came to life in that one song. Billy wasn't giving birth. And so anyway, that song, the song wouldn't just quit being, it wouldn't quit being. And it sort of demanded that there's more to this than one song.
And so that one song gave birth to all the 19 others.
What is harder, producing Elvis Presley's final #1 hit record, producing a mother-daughter duo like the Judds, or doing this work, which is all you from the core, your inception, your decision, your emotions, your songwriting, your vision, and you're trying to give this vision to other people to help you play it?
Well, you know, none of it is really hard. It never has been for me because I love the work so much. And I love the challenge that comes with every artist because above all, you want to be there for the artist. You know, you don't want to be sitting in that chair unless you can contribute and understand what they want. And then you're the person that makes that come to pass, you know.
Coming out of orphan families the way you did, I'm going to use the word unstable because you didn't have a single family to grow up with. Where did your musical steadiness come from? I mean, what was inspiring you as a kid? You came out of the military, kind of a Chris Christophers thing, came out of the military, went into a recording studio, right? And you were trying to make a career. Did you want to do that beforehand as a young teenager, or how did that happen?
Well, I started playing music and singing as a child. And when my mother and father were capable of taking care of my sister and I, there was always music around, you know. But I decided to be, when I was in the Air Force for 4 years, I felt that really wasn't, you know, my calling, and I wanted to be in the music industry. And I was looking at the back of a Curtis Mayfield record, and the bottom corner, it said recording engineer and this guy's name, and the light went off and said, that's what you need to chase. That's the dream. And then that turned into all the other blessings that I've had in my life.
Well, congratulations on following a dream that's very hard to pursue. He's got this amazing audio book about a train that got loaded up with hundreds of thousands of kids over many years in a search for parents, in a search for families, in a search for love. The name of the audio book is Night of the Orphan Train. He's going to do a song with Brooke Spencer singing. This is called Hold You in My Heart from Brent Maher on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
To say goodbye. That sounds like forever, and that would surely make me cry. I feel in my heart it's my time to go. My dear sister Celia, I want you to know children are left
Thank you.
That's Kaplan on fiddle. Brooke Spencer singing lead, Hold You in My Heart, from Brent Maher's Night of the Orphan Train, an amazing audio book. All you have to do is just Google Night of the Orphan Train. It's downloadable everywhere. We're going to be back with more of Brent Maher, this amazing project of his, and this week's WoodSongs Kids will be back right after this.
You're listening to WoodSong Show number 1164, broadcasting around the world by the foothills of Appalachia in Lexington, Kentucky. If you would like to attend a WoodSongs broadcast, you can find reservation and show schedules on our website, woodsongs.com. We'll be back after the break with Brent Maher, Trey Hensley, and our amazing WoodSongs kids on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour. WoodSongs is presented in part by the Kentucky Department of Tourism and VisitLex.com. WoodSongs is an all-volunteer multimedia front porch for artists worldwide. You can visit our archive of past shows, attend a broadcast while in Kentucky, or become a WoodSongs partner from our website, woodsongs.com.
Hi, this is Glenn Campbell, and you're listening to folk singer Michael Jonathan and the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
There's a voice that we missed. Glenn Campbell, just one of the many artists that are featured artists on this broadcast. Brent Maher has worked with. We're going to get back to Brent and this amazing project of Night of the Orphan Train. We are broadcasting all over the world on hundreds of radio stations, right, home-based right here at the Scottish Rite Concert Hall in our hometown of Lexington, Kentucky, the crossroads of America's folk and bluegrass music, the gateway city to the beautiful Appalachian Mountains. We're on many radio stations like WFAS out in New York City, WETS FM in Johnson City, Tennessee, Roots FM in St. Louis, WNEX 100.9 The Creek in Macon, Georgia, just some of the stations that we're on. We're also on American Forces Radio Network, which puts this show on the radio, 2 different channels in 177 nations, from South Korea to Kuwait, plus every single military base in the world, every U.S. naval ship in the world, every Coast Guard vessel sailing in North America, and especially these days, we want to say hello to all the men and women that are out there. And the fans and the public, because they get to listen to American Forces Radio Network, and they get to hear Brent Maher and Trey Hensley and everybody that's on our show today. We're on public television coast to coast. We're on the RFD television network. We're in schools. If you're a parent or a homeschool teacher, a homeschool parent, all you got to do is go to the classroom page of the WoodSongs website. A lot of these shows, including this one, will be downloadable with lesson plans for your kids to introduce them to this amazing, wonderful world of front porch music. And that brings us to this part of our show. We invite kids on every single broadcast, and Brent Maher brought an amazing family. Let's say hi to the mom, Megan. How you doing, Megan?
Well, I'm so proud to be here.
Proud to have you.
Thank you.
You are a relative of Chet Atkins.
Yes.
So what's the relation?
My grandmother, Billy Rose, was his younger sister, and she was very musical too, so she grew up playing music with him and recorded some with him, and was my big introduction to music in my life, and we enjoyed playing music together. And then when I became 18, the light bulb went off for me about guitar, and I dove into his music.
Well, and then you became a mom, and you've got 3 of your children here today.
That's right.
You've got Whitney, Ben, and Natalie.
Yep.
And they sing with us. So it must be nice as a family to do music together like that.
It is. It's we can be in a cranky moods and get in the car and put on music, and that's actually how we started doing stuff. We'd be riding and start singing together, and then everybody's happy.
Whitney's 16, Ben is 13, Natalie is 11. I'm sure they are never cranky.
Oh,
never cranky.
no comment.
No. So your own career, you perform a lot with Jason Coleman every now and then, who's an amazing piano player, a relative of Floyd Kramer.
Yes.
So a relative of Chet Atkins performing with a relative of Floyd Kramer, and you were on the show as that once.
That's right. We've had a show for about 15 or so years called Nashville Legacy that pays tribute to Floyd and Uncle Chester and their impact as producers and musicians. And so these kids have grown up from in the womb, all of them hearing that and then performing on that show with us.
Well, I'm going to brag on you a little bit. You guys put out an album as a family called Best of the Back Porch. I love the name of that. And it won the National Thumbpickers Hall of Fame Album of the Year. So it's great for you and the kids.
Right here in Kentucky.
That's right.
Yeah.
So now you're helping support this whole idea of Night of the Orphan Train as a mom. The story that Brent has put together in this audiobook must be a very moving thing for you as a mom to be supporting that.
It is. I love history too. I'm a stop and smell the roses person, so I would have looked at that sign and done the same thing, so I appreciate that. Also, my father was adopted, so I feel a kind of connection like Brent was saying, and I think it's an amazing story. I love history, but I had not heard of this. So we just finished listening to the whole thing on the way up here, and it's really neat.
It's very moving.
It is.
And you bring up something interesting. I think anybody out there that was affected by being an orphan themselves or having something like that in their family circle, foster children, even folks from broken homes that would listen to Night of the Orphan Train would find a lot of positive encouragement because it ends successfully, which it's nice to have something positive. You're going to do something from this amazing work by Brent Maher. You're going to do a song called Cardboard Castle. It's Megan and her kiddos right here on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
Cardboard castle is gonna be something, just a thing. We're starting with nothing. A little cardboard, a little tin to keep the rain from coming in. I'm sure that we can do it if we put our heads together and just stick to it. It's gonna be something, a cardboard castle. We're starting from nothing.
A cardboard castle in this year's street. It'll be a place to kick up our feet. Keep the chill off our bones. Ain't much, but it will be home.
I'm sure that we can do it if we put our heads together and just stick to it. It's gonna be something, a cardboard castle. We're starting from nothing. People walk by shaking their heads. Some frown, most smile instead. A man gave a blanket and some shoes to wear and a shiny red ribbon for Caroline's head. A cardboard castle, ain't it something? Just a thing. We started from nothing. A little cardboard, a little tin to keep the rain from coming in. Didn't know if we could do it, but we put our heads together and just stuck to it. Well, ain't it something? A cardboard castle. We started from nothing.
Megan Taylor and the kiddos. Whitney, 16, Ben, 13, singing lead on that song. Very good job there, Ben. Natalie, 11. Singing Cardboard Castle from Brent Maher's Night of the Orphan Train. And Brent, when you have the outline of the story ready to go, and then you're filling it in, you're writing it. This is an expansive work. This is not an easy thing to do. So this took a lot of thought and outlining in your heart first, because you want to tell the story, and then you had to be able to pop these songs in to the storyline. That's a lot of effort. How long did this take you to do?
It was about 4.5 years, working off and on, obviously, But, and to make matters even more, I shouldn't say harder, but kind of strange, is I did it just ass backwards. Excuse the language. But I wrote the songs first. I had a running outline in my head. Mm-hmm. And I would write these songs. I'd wake up in the middle of the night thinking about, well, I think Caroline did this. And then that would fall into a song title and even a melody. So I basically had probably 2/3 of the song already written. And then my wife, who you alluded to, Janelle, says, you know, sooner or later you're going to have to sit down with your iPad and write this story for real. And so anyway, the music sort of came first. And then I started filling in the blanks, you know.
And again, for those that might have just tuned in, we're talking to Brent Maher, 7-time Grammy Award winner, discovered the Judds produced all their albums, worked with just about everybody, and he found this story of the orphan train, which happened around the turn of the century, mostly around World War I, which was like the war to end wars, not quite though, right?
Yeah, correct.
And on the heels of the Spanish influenza, which devastated millions of lives, and all these kids were ending up as orphans without parents.
Right.
And a minister decided to load them on boxcars and head them out west to find families that would love them and take care of them. And you did it around 3 main characters, which was Billy, Caroline, and Jacob, right? 3 orphans that kind of went along together. And during the war, Billy became a soldier and lost his life. And then Caroline and Jacob eventually married, right? And so we're going to get into what happened on that storyline as we go forward. But this is a song called Expected. Tell me about this song.
With this song, Caroline had got on this train. She was separated from the 2 most important people in her life. Because what would happen sometimes is when these kids were being crushed onto these cars, sometimes kids they get divided up. Even families would get divided up. And so during this crush, the boys turn around and say, where's Caroline? And all of a sudden they hear Caroline screaming for them from another car that's already pulling out the track, leaving the station. And then the boys get stuck on another boxcar, and they're heading west somewhere. And so what Caroline has witnessed in some of these stops, that some kids would get chosen and some kids wouldn't. And Caroline had been on this train for probably 2 days and passed on. And so her heart is filled with loss for the 2 boys and also this rejection and just not knowing where anything's going.
And this is a compressed story of these 3 characters, but these things actually happen. This is part of America's history. This is part of the movement towards the West, and this is part of the recovery of nearly 250,000 kids that needed help, that needed families, and they would put them on these trains heading out west. Like you said, this is Caroline's lament. It's called Expected. It's going to be sung by Brooke Spencer. It's Brent Maher on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
I'm not what you expected. I see it in your eyes. Disappointment is hard to hide. You can walk away. No, you don't have to say I'm not what you expected at all. I'm not what you expected. I understand. I can't change the way I look or who I am. You can walk away, or you don't have to say I'm not what you expected at all. There's another train they can put me on. Just turn is out there to be found.
You're not what we expected, that's true. Who could expect someone as beautiful as you? Please don't walk away, give us the chance to say you're not what we expected. You're so much more than we expected. You're not what we expected at all.
Beautiful piece of work. Expected from Brent Maher's amazing audiobook, Night of the Orphan Train, sung by 17-year-old Brooke Spencer, doing a great job there, making her career in Nashville, and fiddled by the amazing Fats Kaplan. And again, such an amazing thing. You're surrounded by so many of these amazing musicians, and one of them is sitting next to you that you've produced his record. He's a two-time IBMA Guitar Player of the Year, and I want you to give me a minute and a half of something actually amazing. It's Trey Hensley right here on the WoodSongs.
All right.
Old Time Radio Hour. Best way to introduce someone like Trey Hensley is just let him play. So two-time IBMA Guitar Player of the Year, that in itself is amazing. But you made your Grand Ole Opry debut with Earl Scruggs and Marty Stewart. You were 11 years old, dude. So as a young kid, music was a real powerful part of your youth, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I grew up, my family wasn't necessarily a musical family. My dad played a little bit of banjo. But I grew up listening to a lot of records and, surrounded by it.
And you were in Johnson City, Tennessee. That's kind of where you grew up. That's where our affiliate WETS is. They're listening to you right now. Hometown boy,
That's
making
right.
good. So with all this stuff, you won. You were nominated several times for Grammys. You won recently with Taj Mahal. You won a Grammy Award. So this is one of those shows where there's just way too much story for just 59 little minutes. But you've got a new album out there.
I do.
You worked hard. It's on Pine Castle Records.
It is.
Right, great bunch of folks. Not too many record labels out there these days.
I know. Yeah, it's great to work with them. For
It's
sure.
nice that you got signed. So tell me about. Give me the Cliff Notes version of your album.
Well, it's been a long time coming. I've been working on these songs for many years now.
And you've been working with Brent too.
I have,
right?
yeah. So Rob Ikes and I have been in a duo for about a decade, and we did our last 2 records with Brent. And so I've had these songs kind of ready to go and just ready for the time when I can focus on my solo efforts. And so the first person I called was Brent, and sent him a Dropbox full of songs, and we started working pretty much immediately. And as Brent mentioned earlier, we just did everything live in the studio. very proud of this album.
And you mentioned Rob Ickes. He's let's just be humble here. He's one of the gods of the dobro.
Absolutely.
He's won like 17 times IBMA Dobro Player or something obnoxious like that. He's amazing, amazing performer, and you are too. You're going to go and perform the title cut of this new album. It's called Can't Outrun the Blues. We're very proud that he's here. Trey Hensley on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
I got a 68 Camaro with 4 on the floor. A rebuilt carburetor, man, that thing will roar. Well, it's a real head turner, it can fly and it can cruise. It can do dang near anything, but it can't outrun the blues. Well, I've been to foreign countries and across all 50 states. Well, I met dignitaries and I've stamped license plates. I'm no stranger to the highway, going anywhere I choose. But one thing I've come to know, I can't outrun the blues. I feel I'm hiding in the darkness and shining in the light. Every minute, every hour, they ain't far out of sight. Well, I thought I could get past them, but no matter what I do, I can't outrun the blues. Sometimes I think I'm haunted, feeling spirits from beyond show up to remind me of all that I've done wrong. Just when I think I shake them, your memory flips a fuse. It'll hold me down forever, but I can't outrun the blues. I feel I'm hiding in the darkness and shining in the light. Every minute, every hour, they ain't far out of sight. Well, I thought I could get past them, and no matter what I do, I can't outrun the blues. And shining in the light. Every minute, every hour, they ain't far out of sight. Well, I thought I could get past them, and no matter what I do, I can't outrun the blues. Yeah, I thought I could get past them, and no matter what I do, I can't outrun the blues.
Title cut from his new album, Can't Outrun the Blues. Trey Hensley, you know, with a little practice, you can get a third IBMA Guitar Player of the Year, I'm pretty sure. He's working, of course, very closely with Brent Maher on this amazing project called Night of the Orphan Train. And Brent, what a beautiful project, what a beautiful collection of musicians that you put together. And towards the end of the storyline in Night of the Orphan Train, and just to recap for the audience, it starts around World War I. Spanish influenza, this minister sees a need to help these children, right? They put them on trains, head them out west looking for families. In the storyline, you compress the story around three characters, Billy, Caroline, and Jacob. I don't mean to talk for you. I'm just trying to get the audience to follow what's going on. And during World War II, Billy loses his life as a soldier, right? And as time goes on, Caroline and Jacob marry. And they decide to look at the orphan train to find one of these children for themselves. Right? They have young Samuel. They have a little dog called Mister, I think his name was.
The little dog is Mister. The little daughter is Lucy.
Lucy.
And her little puppy is Mister.
All right, okay, thank you. And so, but they decide to kind of cycle back to what helped them, and they decide they want to help one of these children.
Right.
So they go to the orphan train, and they're looking for something, and what do they find?
Well, first of all, the train's late. Caroline is beside herself because it's never late. So she's uptight about that. And then some kids, the train shows up, kids start coming on the platform, and then they're all spoken for. And Caroline's thinking like, well, I just felt, I knew that our little boy, which is what they wanted, to fill out the family, would be here. And then at the last moment, when they start to turn around, this little boy pokes his head out, 4 or 5 years old, and looks at him, walks out on stage, on the platform there, and stares at him. And Caroline falls to her knees, and she says, "My baby." And the little boy rushes to her and jumps in her arms, and the little boy is a splitting image of Billy.
The friend that they lost.
The little boy that they lost. He was a young black kid, young man. And the little boy that was going to fill out their home was this beautiful little black boy. So it was a full circle.
And it's a very moving way you did it. Now, the song that ends Night of the Orphan Train, we're going to have it performed, and 17-year-old Brooke Spencer is going to perform it for us. She's got an amazing voice for 17 years old. And I want the audience to know that if you want to make the Night of the Orphan Train part of your home music collection, it's a wonderful download. It's a great thing to listen to when you're on a road trip or something like that. If you want Trey Hensley's album as well, you just go to the WoodSongs website, click on the archive page. This is show number 1164. We'll let you know how you can make these beautiful pieces of work part of your home music collection. But now we're coming on to the end, and we are going to we're going to have the final song of Night of the Orphan Train performed. It's called Forever Home with Brooke Spencer and Brent Maher on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio.
A forever home, who could want for more? A forever home is what I'm praying for. And I know someday we will find our way to our forever home.
Do you think they're real?
Oh yes, I know they're real.
How can you be sure?
'Cause in my heart I feel there's a place for you. There's a place for me. If
Forever Home from a wonderful work called Night of the Orphan Train, performed with the Megan Taylor and the Kiddos and Brooke Spencer singing. Wasn't it great having Brent Maher and all these musicians, Trey Hensley, Fats Kaplan, all of them on our broadcast, and it's about children, it's about love, it's about families, and it reminds me that JFK said something interesting. He said, "Children are a living message sent to a time we will not see." Carl Sandburg said, "A child is God's opinion. The world should go on." Nelson Mandela said, "Society reveals its soul by the way it treats its children." But Mr. Rogers condensed it all down correctly. He said, "Listening is where love begins." If you love your children, if you love your family, Night of the Orphan Train you should listen to together. My name is Michael Jonathan. I'm a folk singer. I am a song farmer. We'll see you next week on the Woods Song.
You've been listening to WoodSongs broadcast number 1164. Michael's opening song was Dancing in the Rain, featuring Sharon Ola on flute. Our chief engineer is Jerome Galt. Our TV director is Maria Clares. Technical assistants are Brian Klausing, Eric Anderson, Dan Field, and Gavin Clark. The WoodSongs crew member of the week is Roy Noble, and our WoodSongs partner of the week is Laura Dower. Our show is produced with the support of the Martin Guitar Charitable Foundation, the Kentucky Department of Tourism, and VisitLex.com, welcoming visitors from all over the world to Lexington, Kentucky. Special support provided by Hybrid Stream Water, Hampton by Hilton Hotel, Spring Hill Suites, Earthlink.net, Explore Magazine, and Good Foods Co-op. WoodSongs and the WoodSongs Board registered trademarks of Radio RP Music and distributed worldwide by the WoodSongs Radio Network and PRX, the Public Radio Exchange. For Michael Jonathan and the entire WoodSongs crew, this is Dorothy Edwards. We hope you'll join us again next week for the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour. The online version of WoodSongs is a free gift to our fans, provided by VisitLex.com, KentuckyTourism.com, Spring Hill Suites, and Hampton by Hilton Hotel. Our show is produced with the support of the Martin Guitar Charitable Foundation, Hybrid Stream Water, and Earthlink.net, inviting fans and families worldwide to attend our live broadcast tapings at the Scottish Rite Concert Hall in historic Lexington, Kentucky. The encore section is next. You can support our musical mission by becoming a WoodSongs partner. It's as simple as a PayPal click on our website, woodsongs.com.
Now let's give Dorothy a big hand. Give yourselves a big hand. What a wonderful audience you guys were. Kevin Daly on bass, Fats Kaplan on fiddle and mandolin. Just an amazing, Trey, how'd you get that good? That's amazing. And the Taylor family, the kiddos, and young Brooke, and you're out there, you're getting ready to record and stuff like that too, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's all thank Brent Maher for putting all this together and treating us to this. We're going to get ready for encores here, but before we do, we're going to turn the lights up, and you guys are going to be part of the audience shots for the next season of public television WoodSongs. So like we always say, if you got it, comb it. Okay. And so once they get the shot, Kurt, you tell me that they're ready. Are we ready? No? I should have come prepared with a bunch of jokes, but they're not conducive for children. We ready? We can get bigger shots of the audience. Let's get more full room if we can. focusing on you, so be patient. We ready? Okay, so first thing I want you to do is applaud. Good. Next thing I want you to do, we're going to all say WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour together. Ready? Next week on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour. Let's do that one more time again. And yes, I forgot to mention you applaud after you say it. So nice and energetic. Ready? Next week on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour. Excellent. So the next thing we're going to do, the last thing we're going to do now, the kids portion of WoodSongs has spun off into its own series. And this summer we're going to start filming season 4 of WoodSongs Kids. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood has endorsed WoodSongs Kids, and it's described to public television as Mr. Rogers Meets the Grand Ole Opry, which is a nice tribute to Mr. Rogers and everything he's done for kids. So we want the WoodSongs Kids thing. So when I give you the cue, you say WoodSongs Kids and then applaud. Ready? Next week on WoodSongs Kids. Okay, good. And did we get any a fuller room shots? Did we get what we need? Yeah, let's do that now. Let's pull back a little bit and get more full room. That's good. Camera 3. That's great. Okay, ready? Gonna applaud. Are we ready to go? We're good. Okay, applaud. Okay. Same thing. WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour and applaud. Next week on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour. See, you're all going to be in Kroger's someday and they're going to go, didn't I see you on an audience shot? WoodSongs Kids, ready? Next week on WoodSongs Kids. Very good. Okay, now we can turn the cameras back around. We'll get ready for the encores. You guys are wonderful. And it's so nice that you're all in a good mood after getting your Kentucky utilities bill. Devastating, right? Okay. We're going to start in reverse order, okay? And I saw online Mama and the Kids do this song, and I said, our audience is going to love this. So Megan Taylor and the Kiddos, what are you ready to play?
Yeah.
All right.
Trey's going to join us
and
on
Trey's
this too.
Going to join
and,
us too.
And Fats, yeah.
Go for
Hop
it.
in. All right.
I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Some glad morning when this life is over, I'll fly away.
told you it was nice, right? Isn't that good that they did that? Megan Taylor and the kiddos, Whitney, Ben, and Natalie doing so good. Trey Hensley, of course, Fats helping out, and so many good musicians up here. While are you going to do Orphan Train? You can do the title?
Well, I think Trey's going to sing it, and I'm going to maybe sing a little harmony with him.
Okay, before we get on to that, just a reminder. The best way to stay in touch with WoodSongs is by signing up for the WoodSongs email newsletter. Go to woodsongs.com, click on the newsletter, because you see how this show packs out. All the shows have been filling up quick here at the Scottish Rite Concert Hall, so you don't want to miss out what's coming up. You'll get an email every single week and know what's happening. And that includes the Troubadour Concert Series, which is a separate project at the Kentucky Theater. Of course, Marty Stewart was going to be there in a couple of weeks, and he fell on the ice. He's okay, but they did reschedule his concert to give his hand time to reheal, so he's been rescheduled for July 16th, which is just fine. And there's going to be a lot more concerts coming there, so please sign up for the WoodSongs email newsletter. It's free. We don't share it. We don't sell it. It's only for WoodSongs and the Troubadour Concert Series. And while you're there, if you're not already a WoodSongs partner, WoodSongs partners came to tonight's show for free. Don't you think this was worth the ticket? Free. Wow. I'd buy a ticket just to see Fats Kaplan. My gosh, this is just amazing. So many good musicians here on the stage. So you're ready to go at it? Is Kevin, you going to be playing on this as well? You're sitting this one out? Grammy Award-winning engineer sitting it out. All right. This is the title cut called Orphan Train.
I remember that night it was freezing cold. I could barely feel my toes. Just waiting there in line. There were 100 other kids like me, all wrapped up in misery, not knowing what the future holds. My mama died when I was 3. My dad, he never wanted me. One day he was up and gone. Then I met Billy and Caroline about the time that I turned 9. We made those streets our home. The days were short, the nights were mean. Tried to fly with broken wings, but that all changed when the trains came rumbling in. All aboard the orphan train. All aboard the orphan train. Orphan train riders, pick up your things. All aboard the orphan train. One train was headed for San Antone. Caroline would find her forever home. How it hurt to say goodbye. We watched her train disappear, tried to hold back all our tears. We just broke down and cried. Oh, Billy and I, we made our vow. We'd stick together some way, somehow. Brothers to the end. God put on a train to Kansas City. Jumped right off, man, it wasn't pretty. We damn near broke every single bone. The page was turned, no looking back. was Billy and me, and that was that. But we'd never hear those words again. All aboard the orphan train, all aboard this orphan train. Orphan train riders, pick up your things, all aboard the orphan train.
Beautiful. Title cut of the Orphan Train, and again, they're going to be out in the lobby here shortly, and they did bring stuff for you to consider. But at least, as we're going to take a press photo first, and then they're going to come out to the lobby, stick around, say hello, tell them thank you, and Trey, since you're here, and since you're like a monster guitar player, you want to play one more for everybody?
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe team up with Fats.
See, okay.
So Trey and Fats, what are you going to play for us?
East Tennessee Blues.
Oh my gosh.
I'll try to keep up.
Oh, yeah.